getting into a space now where I feel like I need to add my testimony and my experiences to, help someone else out. I've been 6 months and 20 days narc free. And today is the first day that I actually felt like I had the strength to put out a video, which you'll see that maybe 45 minutes ago I posted my very first one, and it was how 6 tips on how to escape narcissistic abuse. So what I wanted to do, coming back, was to kind of elaborate a little bit on some of the techniques that I used or strategies that I incorporated, which helped me to be able to get the 6 months under my behind me, the first 6 months, which is really tough because, and I'm not gonna lie, it was very difficult, and a lot of us are um, unfortunately have went back, and this isn't the first time that we've gone through the cycle with these narcs where they idealize, devalue, and discard. This whole break up to make up type thing. And so I want to tell you how I was able to get 6 months um, and be narc free. Okay, so the first step was when I was making my exit strategy. I continue to every day keep watching, these YouTube videos about narcissists, different things that they do. I was just, validating the things that was going on in my life, and what was happening. And then as I understood that there's no help for the narc, that there's no way to change them, you can't love them better, that it is what it is. So I had to accept that I had fallen in love with a fake person, like the person that was all up in my face and portraying himself as my soulmate was a phony, fake imposter, not even a real person. And looking back on it now, it's almost laughable at how 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 I could have actually even fallen for it. Like now I look back, I'm like, it was fool's gold from the beginning. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, while I'm going through the this exit strategy, I was preparing myself. So what I did was when I had all my ducks in a row, I knew that I was going to be changing jobs. And unfortunately, I wasn't aware that you were supposed to keep it a secret. So I was actually bragging to the narc about my exit strategy because I knew, because I kept asking, like, why are you trying to keep me in this? Like, I don't know how many times I was like tried to break up and was like, hey, look, I don't want to be with a cheater. Like, I told you that from Jump Street. Like, I never wanted that. So, hey, that's cool. If that's the kind of thing that you want to do and you want to get down like that, go for it. Just leave me alone. But unfortunately, before the narc can feel satisfied, they've got to pull you through and they gotta treat you like crap. Otherwise, it's just not fun for them. So they're gonna, feel good at your expense, right? So, let me get back on the subject here because I can go on for a long time talking about this whole ugh, creatures. Anyway, so I was bragging about it, saying that okay, I knew that the only reason why I was still in there was because he would do the whole little smoke and mirrors, like look over here while you go, poke me in the eye over there. So he would see me listening to those videos. I'd be at work because we work together. I'd have my earbuds in, listening to these little how to spot or knock and all this stuff. So he was still always trying to convince me that that wasn't him. Of course, telling me that I was the crazy one, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So keep yourself actively pursuing out. That's what you have to do. So I kept that my focus, and I kept reminding myself that this person is trying to hurt me, and that you want to get out of here before his whatever the thing is that he's gonna do, because they're gonna do it, happens. Like at least if you could be, far away, it won't hurt as much. Because I already knew it was gonna be very uncomfortable because I had opened myself up and I was serious. You know what I mean? I was for real. And so, okay, so then when you go no contact, you have to delete all of your old text messages, all of your old emails, all your pictures, all that stuff. Get rid of it because it's not going to do anything but feed your emotional infection, basically, having you longing for this person, second guessing that you, well, maybe he did only accidentally bang that other lady. Maybe it was, maybe he couldn't help it. You know what I mean? You start making excuses. Maybe I was running and pushed him off into the arms of another woman. Yeah, maybe this is my fault. You know what I mean? So don't do that to yourself. Make sure you just go ahead and delete all that stuff, which is hard because you do have an emotional connection with that. And I remember that it wasn't easy for me. Like I had to read over the messages multiple times because I'm still like, what's going on here? But I knew that he was never going to give me any type of closure. So I wasn't going to try to ask for it because it's like, if, don't try to make the mistake of getting closure because they're never going to give it to you. They're going to keep you in a circle. And the whole time while you're, give me closure, they're getting fuel off of it. You know what I mean? Like it's, it lights them up. They're just like, ooh, look at her cry. Ah, you know what I mean? So don't even do it. Just go on and delete that crap. That way you won't open yourself up to get infected again by reading over the nice text or even getting angry of reading over the mean text, like, or trying to defend, like, hey, I never did that, because they accuse you of stuff that they did because they want you on that defensive mode. That way you're not actually, critically thinking. You're, because when you're reacting with your emotions, you're not thinking, you're not making decisions, you're not moving with a purpose. Like you're just going with the flow because you snapping off and stuff. So, and that's how they want you. So that's all part of the mental manipulation. So go ahead and delete all of that stuff. And don't look at their social media because it's just going to be painful and you don't want to see the smear campaign, you know what I mean? Or hear the smear campaign, or even see them posted up with the new victim. Because I remember thinking, like, that'll never happen to me. Oh, why? You know what I mean? Why would he smear me? Like, I just said that I didn't want to be with the cheater, right? So why do I deserve to get smeared in that, right? But guess what? That's part of their cycle. You're going to get smeared. And I found out months later, about 5 months later, that I was definitely being smeared. And I felt like if I hadn't have had the 4 months or 5 months, however many months it was, I think it was 4 months, of being no contact and not like, looking for stuff or trying to find out the smear campaign, none of that stuff, that it would have hurt to have heard this information months than it did when I finally did hear it. And I ain't gonna lie, I was a little bit offended. But I was just like, thank you, universe, for the warning, because that would have been humiliating and devastating had I had heard the smear crap that he had posted about me and spread about me too. But let me see. Let me try. Start to ramble on again. Oh, this could take this could take years to debrief. so so I had to end up blocking myself too, so I wouldn't be looking in on the Facebook and stuff. 'Cause at first I was just like, well, he's blocked from mine, but I'm still gonna peek over here to make sure I'm not being smeared and stuff. So I just blocked it to where I'm not even able to see it because you don't need that. You know what I mean? Because still gonna be part of you that the part of you that had actually believed the love bombing person that came at you with all that vigor. You know what I mean? You have to realize that you were targeted. So, you know, you didn't even have, it wasn't even a fair, it wasn't fair from the beginning. Like they knew from the beginning that they didn't really give a crap about you, that you were just, you know, you're just pretty much a prop in their show about themselves. Um, Keep the distance. Like I said, make sure that you are checking checking your surroundings, like, you know what I mean, checking yourself to see what's going on. Like I made sure I took myself off to dinner multiple times so I wouldn't be feeling like, oh well, he used to take me out to eat all the time. No, do for yourself so you won't feel like you need that narc to validate you for anything. So oh, here we go again. um I know I'm gonna cut it off now because it's it's taking forever, but I've got so much more to talk about, and please leave comments and questions, and that way I can go on and give more personal experience to give understanding on different narc terms, or if you're not really sure on some things, like just let me know. I'd love to share my experiences to even just help one person, because these narcs is like going crazy. And then as you like really invest your time, you'll start to discover that you probably have been a victim of abuse your whole life. You perhaps might even be the scapegoat, as I found out I was, you know, just maybe a few weeks ago and stuff. So I'm dealing with that. So it's like, it's a cleaning out process. You know what I mean? It's a cleansing process, and it's not easy, because you may have to, not may have to, but once you find out that someone's a narcissist, you've got to cut them out of your life, and it doesn't matter who they are, daddy, mama, sister, brother, kids. You know what I mean? If they're adults, you know, you have no choice. If they minors, you still got to take their crap until they grow up, and then you can get away from them too, because there's some crazy narc kids out there too that did damage to their parents. So you know, we have to protect ourselves, and you're the only keeper of your own life, you know, physically and stuff. So make sure that you value yourself, and stay safe and narcissistic free. And I'll be back shortly with another video. Have a good narc free day.